90 votes needed to win approval of a constitutional amendment. Majority Republicans rejected other versions of the amendment, including one that would have waived the balanced budget requirement in times of high unemployment, one that called on Congress to outline now the spending cuts needed to bring the
Valley Conference as well. It's been a tough year for both teams in the conference. Although it's a tough conference, they're just not doing so well.
Yeah, they're both off to a little bit of a slow start in the conference, and they're pretty comparable in terms of records overall. IPFW, you mentioned 8-7. Wesleyan is 7-8. And when you look down their rosters, you see that they're both relatively young ball clubs. So they'll be a little erratic, and if they play 500 or better ball, they'll probably look at that as a pretty good season.
Yeah, and the Great Lakes Valley Conference is a tough conference, and it's be important tonight for IPFW to win the game, win all the games they can while they're home.
I can't hear Nancy at all.
Because it's tough to play on the road. Kentucky Wesleyan coming in here with 8 players dressed tonight. Kind of a short roster for a Division II team.
5 of those 8 players, Nancy, are sophomores.
Yeah, it's a very young team, and it's really difficult just to win on the road, but then when you have a young team, it even makes it more difficult.
I don't know all the circumstances at Kentucky Wesleyan, although I do know that the coach, Michelle Roop, this is her first year coaching, and it looks like maybe that appointment was made pretty late in the year, and she probably didn't get a chance to do any recruiting of a freshman class because they have no freshmen. Yeah,
because recruiting is a year-round thing for coaches. I mean, as soon as basketball season starts, coaches are already thinking about recruiting for the next season.
Yeah.
And it's not something you can just fall into the last couple months and expect to get a lot of good players.
Well, this should be a good ball game tonight. These two young teams, I'm sure, like to play hard.
And just like in past years, Kentucky Wesleyan usually packs in the crowd. Their fans travel usually together on a couple different motor buses for both the women's and the men's games. So
they're here already.
They should help their team out tonight.
Well, they always do make a lot of noise. A lot of tradition with Kentucky Wesleyan, an old established private school down on the Ohio River. We should be about ready for starting lineups.
Let's go down to the public address
Owensboro, Kentucky, number 5, Kim Bond. A 5'7" sophomore guard from Hardingsburg, Kentucky, number 10, Heather Mercer. A 6' junior senior from New Ross, Indiana, number 24, Carrie Moore. A 6'1" sophomore center from Carls, New Mexico, number 45, Jill Bernies. A 5'9" senior forward, number 50, Carrie Page. And now for your IPFW Mastodons. A 5'8" sophomore guard from Auburn, Indiana, number 14, Wendy Recker. A 5'9" junior guard, number 32, Lindy Jones. A 5'10" freshman forward, number 43, Leah Sheets. A 6'1" junior forward, number 44, Jenny Newhard. And a 6'1" sophomore center, number 50, Tara Mazzullo. Head coach is Pam Bowden, assisted by Nikki Anzano. Now will you all please rise for our national anthem.
We'll be right back after these announcements.
First-year IPFW women's basketball coach Pam Bowden is enjoying a fine preseason after coming to IPFW from the University of Alaska Anchorage. She has inherited a club which returns no seniors but still enjoys one of the top ratings in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. We want you to tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 to find out more information about the IPFW women's basketball team all season long.
Check it out!
The campus has it all.
Learn it, or work it, or play it, just do it. It's a cool place. Call now! Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
IPFW women's basketball game where they see the Lady Dons taking on Kentucky Wesleyan this evening. Doc, I think the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game are going to be pretty important for IPFW to set the pace and the tone and hopefully to get off to a good start.
I think it'll be interesting to see if IPFW chooses to do a lot of running tonight, fast break, pressing, because the Kentucky Wesleyan squad is shorthanded. But they come up with the ball to start the ball game.
Kentucky Wesleyan gets a tip. We see IPFW starting off in a man-to-man defense.
And Wesleyan had a little bit of difficulty handling the ball and couldn't get a good clean shot. So IPFW is going to have the first crack at scoring here.
Looks like Kentucky Wesleyan, too, is going to go with a man-to-man defense tonight. IPFW just working the ball around here, trying to find where the holes are.
And that's a good way to start it. Short jumper by Lindy Jones.
IPFW's leading scorer coming in tonight with a better than 20-point average. She recently joined IPFW's 1,000-point club.
Yeah, and that's no small feat. And she's giving some pretty good defensive pressure out front there to Kim Bond.
That's one thing I was impressed with IPFW. I saw them a couple games ago, and their defense is really, really good. And they fronted the post very well.
Good defense that time by the Dons. Shot clock ran out on Kentucky Wesleyan. Amy Rucker and her old high school teammate, Tara Muzillo.
Nice basket there by Jenny Neward. She was out with an injury. It's good to see her back. IPFW really needs her inside.
Yeah, after having that eye injury a couple of weeks ago, her first game back, she shot exceptionally well. And I heard some of the coaches talking about maybe we should poke everybody in the eye for a week.
You know, sometimes as a player, you get so worn down, it is kind of nice, although you don't like to sit out games or anything, but it's kind of nice to sit back and watch a game or two, and it really, really helps you to see what's happening out there and what you need to do. IPFW again with a great stop, forcing the 30-second shot clock out.
Yeah, that's twice in a row here. That's unusual.
And 2 minutes into the game, IPFW is up 4-0. Playing the Lady Panthers from Kentucky Wesleyan University.
And a little careless with the ball handling that time, so Wesleyan's coming down pretty quick. Kim Bond with the ball out front.
Nice.
Nice pass.
Nice penetration and dish off there.
Jill Burness gets the first bucket for the Lady Panthers.
Wendy Recker setting the play. There's Lindy Jones in the corner. Good bucket.
I'm sure every team in the league realizes this, but it is just absolutely dangerous to give Lindy a wide open look at the basket from any angle.
All she needs is about a second to set her feet and get a good shot off.
Jenny Newhart that time got beat on the defense, but fortunately, Carrie Moore got caught for the travel for Kentucky Wesleyan.
Tara Mazzillo with a shot from the top of the key, just off.
Bounced high and looked at it for a moment like it might have a chance to fall back in, but it didn't.
Kentucky Wesleyan's really working, trying to get the ball inside.
Yeah, they're having difficulty, looks like, being smooth on the offense. Leah Sheets with a nice rebound.
Good box out and rebound there. She's bringing the ball up the floor.
Leah's a freshman from Columbia City and has really made a nice contribution to this team this winter. Nice pass inside. Jenny didn't quite have the touch on the board.
It was a good post up by Jenny. I think she was a little bit closer to the basket than she thought she was.
And she sometimes has a tendency to throw the ball rather than to shoot the ball.
When you're underneath the basket and a post player, you often, if you get open, you're not open for long. Nice bucket there by Carrie Moore, Kentucky Wesleyan. Jenny got a little caught on her hip there and got a little bit behind and got her on the arm. She's shooting.
Drew the foul on Jenny. 6-4, and this gives Kentucky Wesleyan a chance to come within a point. Didn't quite get the shooter's roll on that one.
Lainey Jones bring the ball up. Tried to force it there inside.
Wendy Rucker has a nice outside shot, a bit unusual because it doesn't have much rotation on it.
Some shooters get much rotation on the ball.
Jenny fired a hard pass inside and picked off by Kentucky Wesleyan. Kim Bond out front, the point guard for the Lady Panthers. They're trying to look inside to Jill Burness. Tall.
Good outlet pass there by Amy Recker. Jenny Recker with the bucket.
Jenny almost stopped too far from the basket that time and made herself have a little more difficult shot than she needed.
You can see she's a real confident ball handler there. Of course, she doesn't have the opportunity that often.
She's probably not used to being out front on the fast break.
That tends to make any big person nervous.
Yeah, it does.
Well, three Lady Dons there scrapping for the ball. Unfortunately, just skirted out of bounds. Got some substitutions here for Kentucky Wesleyan. Dave, I bet we'll be seeing that a lot this evening.
Yeah, I suspect every 4, 5, 6 minutes of play, they'll be rotating in fresh players. We get number 12, Sarah Vickery, into the game, and also number 40, Sharice Thompson. Rebound by Tara Mazzillo. Nice pass. Nice pass. So with a little over 5.5 minutes to play, Wesleyan decides it's time for a timeout. IPFW with a nice little spurt to get a 10-4 lead.
Yeah, they had some nice breakaways there. Some good rebounds, quick outlet pass, and
some alert passing when they got in close for the bucket.
Wendy Recker is a good little ball handler, a good playmaker, and she keeps her head up. And if you're down the floor and you're open, you're going to be getting the ball.
Yeah, so you better be looking and better be ready.
Exactly.
As we peek in the huddle and then now into the stands to see one of the younger IPFW basketball fans. And the Dons with a 10-4 lead. Their challenge at this point is going to be to maintain that lead and perhaps try to stretch it out. They've had a little difficulty in some of their last games letting leads jockey up and down.
Yeah, no lead is too big, as they say. You can't let down, you can't back off. You just got to keep pushing, keep playing your game, and just let things, continue to fall into place.
Very good shooting so far in the game, Nancy, for both teams. IPFW is 5 out of 8 with 63%. Wesleyan not bad, only they've only had 4 shots at the basket, 2 for 4. So
yeah, they've had a few turnovers out the other end. IPFW playing some good defense, and they haven't had a lot of shots at the basket yet.
Yeah, you're right. Wesleyan's had 5 turnovers already, and that's almost 1 a minute. And that will kill you.
Yeah. That'll make a coach pretty unhappy, too.
Uh-huh.
IPFW putting a little token man-to-man press here.
And I'd be surprised if I didn't see a good bit of press off and on at least tonight, because probably with their bench, IPFW has a bit of an advantage.
Heather Mercer put a 3 up there, just long.
Leah Sheets with a nice rebound, brought the ball down the floor, and then couldn't get rid of it.
There again, I think you have a girl bringing the ball down the floor who's not maybe used to
not real comfortable with doing that.
Especially in traffic. And IPFW is putting more pressure on trying to prevent the ball from getting in bounds, and once Wesleyan gets in bounds, they kind of drop off a little bit. I think that's more just to wear them down, more than expecting to get a turnover. Excellent defense there by Jenny. Our post players have been fronting their post players and pretty much keeping the ball in the hands.
There we saw an attempt at a fast break again a little bit. The pass was a little flat, awfully hard to handle. Has to be picture perfect to make contact there. And it looks like what? Jenny Newhard?
Yeah, I think she got caught with a push there.
They were jockeying for position.
Number 5, Kim Bond, in for Wesleyan. As Paige Carey takes a seat.
That's only the second foul of the ball game, so early on at least the pace of the game is moving right along.
Yeah, and that's definitely in favor of IPFW.
Yes. It'll be interesting to see if that trend continues, because typically toward the end of the game the whistles come much more frequently.
Yes, that's why this press will really pay off more towards the end of the game than it will necessarily here in the first half. I don't know, Dave. I think they got that shot off before the shot clock.
I think the timing was such that shot came off of the
I think that should have been a reset there on that play. The ball did hit the rim. Now, if the ball would not have hit the rim, that would constitute for a reset.
And I don't think our angle was that bad, so we'll have to maybe see a replay after a while.
IPFW looking inside, working the ball around the perimeter.
And we do have a substitution in for the Dons. Barb Deary.
Nice basket there by Tara Mazzillo.
Again, that kind of token pressure, but just enough to make things work a little harder at that end of the floor.
Yeah.
On a second try, Jill Burness, number 45, with her second basket. Been a long dry spell for Wesleyan.
Yeah, it was, I think according to my stats here, it's about 3.5 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, at least.
They're stuck on 4 points there. 12 minutes ago, the Lady Dons are up 12-6.
There again is a move that Lindy Jones, if you give her daylight to set up, she'll take the jump shot. If you give her half a step and she gets you on her hip, then she's going to the basket and she'll either score or draw the foul.
IPFW inbounding into their own basket.
Nice move. Good pass and a good effort to get the basket. Leah Sheets. Leah's a battler. She didn't tip the ball away, but she was the reason it got tipped away that time. Nice pass off by Lindy Jones, off to Amy Wendy.
IPFW really looking strong here in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, they pushed that lead up now to 10, 16-6.
I think a lot of their momentum has been generated from the defensive end, getting those turnovers.
Yeah, it has. They've been active. They've been moving a lot. And when you're really working hard on the defense, good things begin to happen on the offense.
Tara Mazzillo with the reach-in foul there.
Third team foul. And we have Lexi Blue, number 4, in for Kentucky Wesleyan, which means everybody on their team has now been in the game. Good heads-up play by Tara Mazzella. They get the ball ahead quickly to Wendy Rucker. Back to Tara. Barb Deary.
Wendy Jones underneath.
Pretty good ball movement, just didn't get the shot to fall.
Looks like Lindy had a little body contact there.
Wasn't quite on balance when she took the shot. Leah Sheets with an alert stepping into the passing lane, couldn't quite control the ball.
11 seconds on the shot clock. I'm not sure they're aware of that right now.
Doesn't look like it. Good play.
Good defense.
Leah is a heady ball player. She knows where to be. She knows where the ball's going to be. She goes after it, and she makes some freshman mistakes, but she does a lot of good things.
She does anticipate very well on both ends.
Yeah, she does.
Once again, IPFW forces Wesleyan to a turnover by allowing the shot clock to run out.
I think maybe that's the 4th time in less than 10 minutes of play.
I believe so.
That's phenomenal. First 2 possessions, and then 2 more after that.
Number 10, Heather Mercer, back in for Kentucky Wesleyan. Nice move by Tara there. Nice backdoor, good heads-up play.
Good play, good pass all the way around.
IPFW getting a good balanced scoring attack so far this evening. 5 players have scored.
That's good. You can play a lot of good ball games when you have balanced scoring.
That's really good help side defense there by Lindy. When you're fronting the post like that, help defense is vital. Be a nice shot there.
Oh, a little bit short.
Maybe a little out of her range.
Might be. And she could have taken another step or 2 in. Kentucky Wesleyan calls its second timeout here in the first half with just a little over 10 minutes having been played. Coach Rupp probably wanting to make some adjustments here.
Not only that, she's probably kind of timing her timeouts to kind of spread them evenly. I know looks like, well, she's called one every 5 minutes. So, because her players probably need a rest, but especially with IPFW putting the press on, and Kentucky Wesleyan's really having to work hard on the offensive end with IPFW's defense.
Has to be difficult to only have an 8-member squad. Not just difficult at game time, but difficult at practice.
Oh, yeah. I know when I played here, you know, if we had injuries or something like that and we didn't have 10 players healthy to play in practice, it was very difficult.
The College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our program.
The bill, customers seem to enjoy the fare.
I had the veggie burger and the rice and beans.
And what do you think?
Good. I had it once before. I had that.
IPFW 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Or call us at 481-6000.
Get One City Cafe off the ground. The money came from corporate grants, fundraising.
Dave Skelton here watching IPFW women's basketball. It's, just less than 9.5 minutes ago, IPFW was in the lead, 18-6 over Kentucky Wesleyan.
And really playing good defense, excellent defense. That time, for example, they didn't take the ball away, but by playing great position defense, the offense made a mistake.
I know my high school coach used to say the best offense is a good defense, and I think there's some merit to that, and it's definitely true tonight here for IPFW.
Yeah, it really is.
He also told us that he had to drive a stake to see if we were moving sometimes, too.
Yeah. IPFW got caught with an illegal block that time. 4th team foul. First on Leah Sheets.
IPFW does a lot of screening on their offense, a lot of low post screening, screening up and screening down.
And Wendy Rucker came up with a nice steal.
Great steal, got fouled on the layup. I'm sure she's disappointed she didn't make that, but
it's only the 2nd foul of the game for Kentucky Wesleyan, but it will send Wendy to the free throw line with IPFW's first opportunity to shoot free throws. Wendy will be shooting 2. First one is good. Wendy's a pretty decent free throw shooter, I think. Don't remember the percentage. And
just under 70% free throw
okay,
shooter.
70%. She hits 2 there. So that makes sense.
Upper average a little bit. So
Wesleyan with a 3, and they can it.
Paige Carey buries the three-pointer. That might give them a little spark, a little momentum.
Yeah, I'm sure at this point in time, every little bit will help them, because they just can't get much going.
They've fallen back into a zone defense here, a little 2-3 zone. That was a nice move there.
Yeah, they got inside the zone nicely and got a good shot, so it wasn't that the zone defense caused them any great problem.
When you get down that low, though, you always got to use that backboard.
Good position on the rebounding that time by Barb Deary, and she drew the over-the-shoulder foul. Jill Burness.
Lindy Jones and Jenny Newhart are on the bench for a little breather.
Getting a rest. Teresa Shriver into the game.
IPFW taking a little bit of time here to kind of feel out the 2-3 zone.
Yeah, see where the zone openings are going to be. Nice shot by Tara Mazzillo. Good rebound by Leah Sheets.
Record with a 3, just off. IPFW really hitting the offensive boards.
Yeah, Leah Sheets is all over the place. Picking up all the loose balls, getting the rebounds. She's keeping the zone honest also by taking up a post position inside. Ooh,
Excellent
nice
pass by Tara. Good play.
And nice shot.
Good ball movement.
And Leah is perhaps one of 2 of the better shooters on IPFW in terms of using the left hand.
Yeah, it's important to do that. It cuts down a lot of block shots by the opponents. Another 3 on the way by Kentucky Wesleyan.
Yeah.
Number
Kim
5.
Bond.
Kentucky Wesleyan may be warming up here.
At least from the long range territory.
With 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play, IPFW is still in the lead, 22-12. That was a good shot by Recker there.
Yeah,
Just
got a
didn't have
nice
to get
move.
ball. That's what you have to do to get against the zone. You have to find the holes and penetrate. And a lot of times you either get a good shot or a foul. Draw the foul. Good help defense there by Recker. Good outlet pass to Barb Derry.
Yeah, she kind of decoyed the defense out to the side and then dropped a nice pass inside to Tara Mazzillo.
It's her 6th point of the evening.
24-12. Just about 6 minutes to go in the first half.
IPFW still on their man defense.
Yeah, it's good hustle. That was a foul. But it won't always be called, so. And Wendy Rucker will now get a little bit of a breather. Lindy Jones back into the lineup.
Got a little piece of that.
Yeah.
Lindy fumbled the pass there a little bit and then got called for the walk.
If she hadn't hesitated thinking, yep, I traveled, she might have gotten away with it. Again, a fairly fast first half so far, because we're not into the 1-on-1 free throw shooting yet. And several times when the shot clock has gone way down, if not run out. Turnovers are creating a lot of problems for Kentucky Wesleyan here tonight. Nice rebound by Tara Mazzillo.
Tara's just all over the board.
Yeah,
she's out. She's passing the ball very well, taking some good smart shots.
Very active. Now she'll have an opportunity to go to the line. She'll shoot 2.
Tara's a 75% free throw shooter.
And it shows. Nice shot. How do they say that on that one? Nothing but net? Or little string music?
Nice. She has a really nice shot.
Yes, she does.
Nice rotation, a good arch, good follow through. It's nice to see a 6 foot plus girl have a nice touch from the free throw line. IPFW still in their man-to-man defense.
Yep, they've been very active tonight in that defense, and it has really paid off for them.
Very active. Kentucky Wesleyan still can't get it figured out.
Didn't quite get the block out that time, and there was a nice offensive rebound by Cherise Thompson and put it back in. Nice shot. Nice shot. Tried to draw the foul, didn't get enough contact, so she just scored.
She happened to come away with the bucket.
Yeah, I don't remember when, Nancy, I've seen the Lady Dons play any better defense. Just fundamentally very sound, even though there's a bucket.
Very good
But
defense.
they earned that shot.
Kim Bond, her 5th point of the evening.
One thing that a defense doesn't do, even if it's excellent, is to pitch a shutout.
Now, when you're playing a good team, I mean, they're always going to get they're always going to score and they're going to get good shots. But if you can keep the pressure on them, they're going to score a lot less than they would normally, and they're going to wear them down a little bit and get them frustrated as well.
We have a new face into the IPFW lineup, number 40, Amy Ross, freshman out of Elkhart Memorial.
A little extra pushing going on underneath by Kentucky Wesleyan.
Blocking foul.
Cherise Thompson, number 40. 3 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the first half. IPFW's up 28-16.
And nobody in the bonus on the free throw. How about that?
Referees are letting them play tonight. There's a lot of physical contact going on underneath, but a lot of good clean picks being set.
You're right. And it's the kind of, when there is contact, it's the kind that nobody gets an advantage out of it, so there's no reason to call a foul.
Right.
Case like there, you do get an advantage.
There, Lindy drove the baseline, got, like you said, just that half a step and took it and got the Kentucky Wesleyan girl on her hip, and nothing left for her to do other than watch her score or foul her.
Lindy is also a pretty good free throw shooter.
Shooting just under 80%.
Not too shabby, huh?
Nope.
Just like Nancy Townsend used to do it, right?
Just like.
2 for Lindy.
Historically, IPFW women's basketball team has been a good free throw shooting team. I know when I played, we were #1 in the nation a couple of times, at the end of the season and during the season. So we were real proud of that.
And before the game, you and I were talking a little bit about some of the former players. Tina Merrill, didn't Tina have a year where she shot over 90%?
Actually, yeah, she was actually the best free throw shooting basketball player in the entire country, men's, women's, all divisions. And she was bragging that year, saying that she shot better than Damon Bailey.
Well, there was a foul during our conversation there on number 22, Barb Deary, the Dons. Number 24, Carrie Moore, will step to the line to shoot 2. Misses the first.
Kentucky Wesleyan needs to really take advantage of these few free throws that they've, shot here in the first half. I look for IPFW to be on the line a little bit more in the second half as Kentucky Wesleyan wears down a little bit. And, typically when you get a little tired, you're going to play sloppy on the defensive end and foul.
There's a call you don't see much, and it wasn't that obvious, but she called her for turning the ball over, carrying.
Yeah, those calls are kind of frustrating at times.
Yeah.
That call definitely depends on the official.
Absolutely, because there was, again, no advantage gained by the player with that kind of ball control.
You see that a lot less now in women's basketball with the smaller ball.
Yeah, you do.
It's a lot easier to handle with smaller hands.
And with some of the rules interpretations relative to the behind the back dribble and the between the legs dribble, and to do that you have to do a little shoving and pushing of the ball.
I thought Lindy was going to put the 3 up there.
And we may see our first one-on-one free throw of the night.
Kentucky Wesleyan just picking up a little bit on the defensive end there.
7th foul on the Lady Panthers. So Leah Sheets will go to the free throw line.
Jenny Newhart will be coming in for her if she sinks these.
First one is good, so Leah will get the bonus. And as you said, if she hits it, she'll also get a rest.
Just a good look at Leah.
Round and round it goes.
Shooter's roll.
But again, she gets good rotation on the ball, has good arch, gives the ball a chance to go up and drop in. 32-19. Nice lead. IPFW keeps edging it up, inching it up just a little bit more. That time, actually, Teresa Schreiber got a step behind on the defense, but recovered to get into the passing lane.
IPFW stays with the man-to-man, even though Wesleyan taking the ball out of bounds underneath the basket.
And we have an under the basket foul on Teresa Schreiber. This will put Kentucky Wesleyan into the one-on-one, although it is a 2-shot foul this time. Carrie Moore, pretty active player inside for Wesleyan.
Yes, she is. She's works in there, posts up, gets herself open a lot.
6-foot junior from Indiana, New Ross, Indiana. Under 2 minutes to play.
Nice looking free throw there.
Yeah, second one is good.
Lindy Jones on the attack for IPFW.
And Annie Rucker is into the game for IPFW. Alternate possession on the jump ball will give the ball to IPFW.
Annie was quickly surrounded there by 3 Lady Panthers.
Yeah. She made a nice recover. She made a bad pass at the offensive end, recovered back, got in position to rebound a missed layup at the defensive end.
Good pass there by Lindy Jones.
Another jump ball. Alternate possession will go the other way this time.
Jenny just needed to keep the ball up there. As soon as you bring it down, it gives the smaller players an opportunity to take it right away.
You bring it down into the territory that it's literally up for grabs.
We guard types love to see that when those big post players bring that ball down. They bring it down to our level there.
Sure, give you a chance at it.
That's right. Got a turnover there by by Lindy Jones. Got caught for the travel. Just under a minute to play. IPFW up 32-20.
Yeah, they've taken that early 6-point lead, stretched it ever so little, up to 12. It stayed at 12 now for around 12 for a while.
It was a nice drive there by Paige Carey. She just couldn't get the left-hand layup to drop it. It was a nice move.
And in fact, I think in the last couple of minutes, IPFW's defense has lost about a half a notch of its intensity, and there's a little more standing.
I think a big part of that is Tara Mazzillo's on the bench, and she kind of sets a tone for the team. I think when she's out there, she's
she kind of patrols that middle and moves a lot and keeps everybody else on their toes.
She's very active in there.
Free throw is good by Sharice Thompson. another Hoosier, Kokomo, Indiana. Charisse is a 5'9" sophomore.
She comes from a good basketball program.
And a good part of the state, right?
Right.
Foul on Kentucky Wesleyan, and they'll now send Lindy Jones to the line.
IPFW needs to put some points on the board here. I think they kind of hit a little drought here.
They've hit a snag and been stuck. That moves it a bit.
Lindy shooting for her 10th point here this evening.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Lady Dons are 10 for 10 at the free throw line here in the first half. And that's excellent shooting.
Very good. Hit your free throws, you're likely, have a good chance to win the game.
Yep, you do yourself a favor. If you miss them, you keep the other team in it. Wesleyan recently, too, has picked up their activity and moved the ball, and they're getting much better offensive movement.
Kentucky Wesleyan, when they penetrate and dish out, a lot of times they'll find an open player because IPFW plays a lot of help defense. Time winding down here, 5 seconds to go.
Illegal pick on the Dons, and that's unfortunate. With 4 seconds to go in the half, IPFW deprived of a chance to score. And in fact, Wesleyan with an opportunity to cut this lead under 10, which for them wouldn't be too bad to go in at halftime as slowly as they started.
Not at all. I think they felt actually pretty good about that. They had that long drought there, about 17 minutes. They didn't score for 4 or 5 minutes of the game. IPFW took advantage, but now they're crawling right back into the game.
And Sarah Victory got the nice bounce on the first free throw, scored. She has opportunity number 2 coming up. 4 seconds on the clock. Gotta move, gotta go, Jenny, if you want a chance to score.
IPFW wasn't able to get a shot off there.
Well, a 34-25 lead is not all that bad, but I suspect that Coach Pam Bowden may be a little disappointed and may have a few things to say because the last, 5 or 6 minutes really wasn't a lot of action on the IPFW part of this game.
Got a little sloppy on the offensive end there. Had some turnovers, just not concentrating well, and I think their defense kind of slacked off. And I think their defense tonight has really set the tone for them, set the pace for the game.
It was excellent. Our halftime feature is entitled Indiana in a Changing World. Enjoy this halftime feature, and we'll be back for the second half.
Die Welt verändert sich sehr schnell.
Изменения здесь достигнут весь мир.
世界が変わるんなら我々もそれに合わせていろんな方法を考えなくてはいけません。
De plus en plus, nous deviendrons tous partie d'une communauté internationale.
todo el mundo tendrá una oportunidad para formar parte de este cambio.
If there is a common language in the world today, that language would be change. Sometimes evident, sometimes hidden, it is nonetheless constant. And when viewed through the eyes of the world, this change can be wide, sweeping, immediate, and profound. Yet when viewed through a different set of eyes, through the eyes of a child, this change can be personal and at times bewildering. Consider a child from another land whose family has come to Indiana, brought by an international company or organization to America's heartland. For this child, a changing world is felt at a personal level, a level of new language, atmosphere, customs, and new friends. There are more and more children like this one throughout the communities of Indiana. And part of the promise of the years ahead is that there will be many more. The coming international era, it has been called an era in which local economies, institutions, and industries around the world merge and interrelate to an extent far greater than ever before. It will be an era when Indiana's place in the world may depend upon the ability to remain open to the world around us and adjust our ways of thinking and acting. Recently, a group of citizens from around the state, representing many walks of life, came together to form the International Issues Task Force. A group formed with the purpose of determining and enhancing Indiana's ability to thrive in an increasingly international environment and prepare recommendations for the future. In part, the task force considered issues related to the Indiana business community, but their scope extended much further. Because at the heart of all changes are people. And closest to people are basic human issues. Issues that directly affect our ability to work and participate in an increasingly international atmosphere. With this in mind, the task force identified 4 primary areas of investigation. An international school, international service organizations and communications, international transportation, and international education. Each topic was studied by a separate committee, with ongoing staff support and administration provided by the Indiana Humanities Council. The intent of each committee was to determine how to best prepare the people of Indiana to become more valuable and productive citizens of the world community. The International School Committee investigated the feasibility of establishing an international school in Indiana. A school which would serve the needs of Indiana children by creating the opportunity to learn in a unique, world-class educational environment. A school which would also serve the needs of the children of foreign business people, students, educators, researchers, and other visitors to Indiana. As the business of many Indiana companies becomes increasingly global, the need for an international school becomes ever greater, because at the center of the needs of any family is the education of the children. Another task force committee investigated the statewide delivery of international services and information. Indiana is home to many different international service organizations. Yet a study commissioned by the Lilly Endowment revealed a need for these organizations to work more closely together. The task force committee investigated the needs of international employees and their families, foreign students, researchers, and the professional spouses of international executives to determine if services were readily available to international families. For example, foreign families often need special assistance in adapting to their new environment, obtaining driving licenses, learning where and how to meet American friends as well as other foreigners, and generally learning about a new culture. The committee also investigated ways to raise the consciousness of the people of Indiana by providing opportunities for exposure to international cultures through these service organizations. The committee then explored ways to best coordinate, fund, and deliver these needed services to international families as well as Indiana citizens. Central to Indiana's ability to be a vital part of a changing world is transportation. And a task force committee was formed to investigate the possibilities for increasing direct air transportation from Indianapolis International Airport to overseas cities and markets. Many Indiana companies, as well as international business people and visitors living in Indiana, currently need direct air service overseas. The committee not only studied this issue, it developed a strategy for pursuing greater levels of service. International transportation, an important way to more directly link Indiana with the world. The mission of the first three committees was investigating ways to make Indiana even more hospitable to foreign visitors, executives, employees, and families. The fourth committee investigated ways of preparing the youth of Indiana for the international era by studying the present educational system. The committee evaluated the teaching of world geography and culture, world history, foreign literature, and foreign language in an effort to assure that Indiana students are provided with the knowledge and the skills to succeed in the international era. In many ways, the intent of the task force has been to provide a cornerstone from which the state can begin to build and prepare for the future. A future that is rapidly approaching for businesses, for organizations, for families, and for all of us. It is up to us to shape our place in the international era by learning the language of the world, the language of change. The International Issues Task Force has provided an important first step for the people of Indiana, a step toward becoming citizens of the world and making countrymen of all humankind.
All season long.
Check it out!
The campus has it all.
Learn it, or work it, or play it, just do it. It's a cool place. Call now! Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
Welcome back to Hilliard Gates Sports Center on the campus of Indiana University, Purdue University at Fort Wayne. Tonight we have the IPFW Lady Dons taking on the Lady Panthers of Kentucky Wesleyan University, where the halftime score saw IPFW ahead by the score of 34-25. It was a pretty good game for first half for IPFW. Saw them shooting just under 55% from the field and shooting an amazing 100% from the free throw line. They were 10 for 10 from the line. IPFW is going to start the game out here with the ball. Looks like IPFW is going with the same starting crew as they did at the beginning of the game. Number 43, Leah Sheets. Number 14 is Wendy Recker. Jones wearing number 23. And Terry Mazzillo wearing number 50. This is Nancy Towns along with Dave Skelton calling the game for you tonight.
That halftime seemed to go in a hurry, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I know Kentucky Wesleyan stayed in the halftime for a good long time. They came out with just over 2 minutes to go, so they had a lot to talk about. They kind of needed time to rest. Kentucky Wesleyan has 8 players dressed this evening.
Yeah, so they probably take advantage of the rest time as much as they possibly can.
Good.
Jenny Newhart let Carrie Moore get inside that time, and Carrie could just stay there and shoot until she scored.
IPFW got off to a great start in the first half, although the last 5 minutes saw them, they kind of lost their intensity a little bit. It looks like they're coming out a little flat here in the second half, and I'm sure Coach Bowden will not be pleased to see this. We'll probably see a quick timeout here if they don't.
They need to be patient.
Turnover there, double dribble. Wasn't a very good first half for either team in the turnover category. Kentucky Wesleyan had 14, IPFW had 10. Those should be game totals, not
the
first
college
half
basketball season is underway.
If you could have that for the game, you'd be all right. You'd probably want less, but would settle for that certainly.
Kentucky Wesleyan being able to get inside a little bit easier. Here
that time, Leah Sheets got the inside rebounding position and brought the ball off for IPFW. Nice pass inside. Tara Mazzillo went right to the basket, drew a foul. So she'll get a chance to shoot some free throws.
Personal foul, number 50, Paige Carey. Third place, team square. Number 50, Tara Mazzillo will go on to shoot 2.
See if Tara can get our first points of the second half. Shots up and good.
Yeah, got IPFW off of the 34 that they'd been stuck on for a long time. Gets that lead back up to 9.
IPFW not pressing. They pressed a little bit there in the first half.
Yeah, they might wait and let the half get a few minutes old and then go back to that a little bit. Kind of depends on the personnel they had in as to how effective that was.
I think if you see Kentucky Wesleyan do some guard substitutions, you might see that press.
Yeah. Good two-time that time, but a good move by Jill Burness. Turn around, little short jumper, and put it in. Nice pass inside by Tara Mazzillo, but Jenny Newhart couldn't get the ball up on the glass enough to give it a chance to go in. And on the jump ball, alternate possession goes to Kentucky Wesleyan.
As a player, this is always kind of the worst part of the game. Coming out from the timeout, you've cooled down a little bit.
And you want things to go so well, but yet you don't want to pressure it.
Right. I always hated half times. I wish it was just could be maybe a little extra long timeout.
Take a little timeout and then keep going.
Kentucky Wesleyan got called for the over and back there.
Yeah, they had a little trouble getting the handle on the ball. IPFW needs to come out now and get some patience on the offense and get a bucket.
Tara looking inside, over to Lindy Jones, driving, drew the foul.
Yeah. I think one of the things that Kentucky Wesleyan decided they would do would be to stay right next to Lindy Jones and not let her have any daylight. But she'll handle that all right. She'll draw some fouls.
And that will hurt Kentucky Wesleyan just as much as anything tonight with only having 3 people on the bench. Nice drive by Lindy there.
Yeah, she couldn't get past the person on the floor. She's limping a little bit. Number 10, Heather Mercer.
3 on the way by Kentucky Wesleyan.
Lindy with the rebound, down quickly.
Kentucky Wesleyan
Mozilla
drew the foul. Kentucky Wesleyan was 50% from the field with 3-point shooting. They were 2 for 4 in the first half.
Yeah, and IPFW was 0 for 1. They don't do much 3-point shooting. Kind of depends on the game situation.
IPFW is a little behind their points per game pace. They usually put in about 81 points a game. They're a little behind that.
And there was a good jump shot by Wendy Recker. Kentucky Wesleyan starts with that box offense around the free throw lane, and then everybody moves out.
Yeah, they do.
They've been much more active. First 5 or 6 minutes of the game, they played like they might still be on the bus. Nice lead pass. Should be easy, a bucket right here.
Nice
Leah
basket.
Yeah, all right. Jenny Newhart put that ball out in front because she knew the IPFW player was the only one who was going to get to it.
She's going to be able to run it down.
Yeah. And again, Leah Sheets used the left hand to score.
I don't know if Kentucky Wesleyan just got here today or drove into town last night. It was a very long drive. It's about a 7-hour drive.
I think they came up to this part of the state yesterday.
Yeah. I know when we went down there, we usually left on a Wednesday if we played on Thursday because it's just too long of a trip to
That's a long ride to play
and
the same day. Yep. We'll be right back after this timeout.
And we're back. We're back to Gates Sports Center, where we see IPFW leading Kentucky Wesleyan 40-29 with 15 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the second half.
A little different twist to the start of this half, Nancy, that Kentucky Wesleyan played a long time in that first half before they had more than maybe 2 or 3 fouls. They already have 3 team fouls in the first less than 5 minutes of the second half.
And we see them coming out in a zone defense, trying to protect her players a little bit there.
Lindy Jones took a 3-point shot that time, and it bounced up high and over the back of the backboard.
It was a good shot, though. She was open, and that's the best zone breaker there can be is a 3-point shot. IPFW, now you can see they're picking up their intensity a little bit on the defensive end, and that's really what spurred them on there in that first half.
Yeah, made a big difference.
Good help defense there by Lindy Jones and Jenny Newhart, both. Jenny just got caught with a foul.
Plus a couple of the Wesleyan players, Carrie Moore, number 24 for 1, who is now going to the free throw line, have really become active in their offense.
Yes, they have. And as you alluded to earlier, it's just, they're on an away floor, and it might just take a while to get used to the surroundings. They're all very, very young team, so most of them have only played here. This will be the second game here for most of them.
Carrie's first free throw was perfect. Second one a little long, but Wesleyan rebounds. Tara Muzilla ties them up. Jump ball, alternate possession to the Dons. Will they better cash in? Don't let Kentucky Wesleyan just hang around close enough to eventually nip at your heels.
No lead is too big. I think IPFW is just trying to get the feel of this zone defense here, working the ball around.
Nice
inside.
job.
Trying to get Jenny open inside. Lindy Jones
There's
with
daylight again.
Well, her toe was on the line.
Leah Sheets comes up with that loose ball and puts it back in.
Good heads-up play by Leah.
Nice contribution by that young lady. Always around where the ball is.
It's Leah's 9th and 10th point there. Good even scoring by IPFW this evening. Jenny Newhard getting called for the push underneath.
Yeah, the tall people inside are beginning to get a little more active, both offensively and defensively, so they're bouncing each other around a little bit.
Yeah, Jenny was trying to get number 45, Jill Burness, pushed out of the post there, where she can be quite dangerous. That's Jenny's 3rd foul. Coach Bowden be keeping an eye on her.
Tara Musillo that time in a tough spot. She got her hand on the ball first, but there were 3 other purple shirts there that made it tough for her to hang on to it. Quickly down the floor, Lindy Jones goes to the basket and draws the foul.
It's like Kentucky Wesleyan player, a little shaken up there.
Yeah, I think number 5, Kim Bond. And she may have gotten bounced on the forehead or something there, it looks like.
I think she might have caught a Lindy Jones elbow there.
Could have been. Or the hand coming down after the shot.
Both coaches going to take this opportunity to have a little chat with their players.
Bloody nose. So we'll see.
We'll be right back after this break.
Join Coach Andy Piazza and me, Matt DeLong, to get a closer look at the IPFW team and this year's competition.
We're back, and Lindy Jones has hit the first of 2 free throws.
Had a little injury timeout there. Kentucky Wesleyan player got hit in the nose. IPFW still very good from the line. I don't believe they missed one this evening.
Don't think so.
14 for 14.
And Kim Bond at the end of Kentucky Wesleyan's bench trying to stop that nosebleed. And she'll have to before they'll let her back into the game.
Wesleyan with a 3-pointer.
Yeah, number 50, Carrie Page. That's her 2nd of the night.
That's what it's going to take for Wesleyan to get back in this game. IPFW is going to have to stay on him. Jenny Neward inside, left hand. Just couldn't get that one to drop. Lindy Jones with the foul.
I think that's probably a foul that Coach won't holler too much about because she was aggressively applying the defense and trying to go after the ball. Yeah, IPFW had finally pushed that lead up to 14. That 3-pointer brought it back down. Turnover now gives Wesleyan a chance to get the lead back under 10.
It's just a little over 13 minutes to play in the 2nd half.
Again, the play is moving along pretty fast.
IPFW remains in a man-to-man defense. Good hands there.
Good lead pass, but and that steal. Tara Mazzilla just picked her pocket and then lost it again. Fast and furious.
Shot up and away. I think IPFW just needs to slow down here a little bit and set the offense and just, be very patient and work the ball around. Kentucky Wesleyan back in their man-to-man defense. Should be able to get a good basket inside here. Lindy again trying to draw the foul.
Yeah, Lindy likes coming in from that left side, shooting with the right hand. If she came from the other side of the floor, she'd keep the ball away from the defense just a little bit more.
I think it would help too if she maybe gathered herself a little bit and threw up a little fake to get the players up in the air, and then maybe she could draw that foul. Good pass underneath. And a foul.
Yeah. And that was just a plain old careless reach foul. I think it's probably going to go on Jenny Newhart. Nope. It's on Tara Mazzillo.
It's her second. Puts number 40, Cherise Thompson, on the line. Close out this three-point play. Leah Sheets, number 43, enters the game for Jenny Newhart, number 44. I know Jenny's got 3 fouls.
And Kentucky Wesleyan with a chance to cut the lead to 8. And she does. Joe Burness.
Kentucky Wesleyan putting the press on here.
Ooh, little bouncing going on.
A bad pass there by Lindy Record, just trying to force things.
Wasn't really a good opportunity, and IPFW needed to control the ball more than they needed to take a chance. Wesleyan gives it right back, turnover. IPFW out quickly, chance to score 2-on-1. Leah Sheets hangs on. Whoa, couldn't move with it.
Body's flying.
Yeah, and arms being grabbed, but I don't think that was caught that time.
Good help side defense there by Recker. Oh.
But the ball bounces the right way sometimes, and you just can't do anything right.
Kentucky Wesleyan giving IPFW a little trouble.
Surprisingly enough, yeah, and you might be a little surprised to even think they would press with as few players as they have, but they want to get back in this game, and they have. 6-point lead.
Three-pointer on the way.
Jumper.
Good board by Lindy Jones.
Yep, Lindy missed, Lindy rebound, and Lindy got fouled. Lindy.
Personal foul on Kentucky Wesleyan, number 10, Heather Mercer, her third, team fifth.
Lexi Blue, number 4, back into the Kentucky Wesleyan lineup.
It's a third foul on number 10, Heather Mercer.
And they're still attending to Kim Bond with the bloody nose.
First 3 free throws up and good by Lindy Jones.
Needed that point because it's been a little drought here for a while for IPFW. It's a little over 11 minutes to go.
And the second one is good by Lindy. Lindy's leading the way tonight in scoring with 14 points for IPFW. Leah Sheets close behind with 10.
Yeah, Leah has just quietly done a nice job and come up with some big buckets. Good defense that time, forced a turnover.
Tara Mazzillo also has 10 points.
IPFW is back on track with their defense. It's their offense right now that's a little sluggish, but good move out front. There goes Wendy Recker.
We do that a few more times. We won't be seeing that press much longer.
Right.
Good move by number 10.
Nice move inside. Heather Mercer.
You can see the intensity, and Kentucky Wesleyan's much more intense the second half. You can see in their defensive play, they're moving, they're fanning their arms. Lindy gets her own rebound, just misses on the putback.
Didn't have a lot of opportunities, so she had to put it up as best she could, and it wouldn't drop. 48-40, inside of 10 minutes now to play in the game.
I think Kentucky Wesleyan's running a little bit different offense here the second half, and I think it's paying off for them. It's got IPFW a little confused. They're getting a lot of buckets like that inside.
Been a lot more dribble penetration and then dishing off to the big people inside.
That causes IPFW post players to help out with the guards driving inside, and it leaves the post players wide open. The guards been able to dish it off. IPFW, on the other hand, is not nearly as active underneath as they were in the first half. Another turnover there by
that time was a little bit over anxious to make that pass inside, and it was tough to handle.
Substitutions here by FPFW. Tara
48-42. Just seems to keep tightening up every little bit here. Illegal pick on the offense that time. Number 10. May be her 4th foul. That could be critical to them. Yeah, it is her 4th. Heather Mercy with 4. But it's late enough in the game, they'll give her a 2 or 3 minute rest and then put her back in, I'm sure.
She's pretty important to Kentucky Wesleyan team. She's a playmaker and a pretty good little ball handler.
Yep, she's kept the ball moving.
Good cross-court pass there.
Good bucket by Wendy Record. She's had a couple of buckets that were just very timely. IPFW desperately needed something, and she's given it to them.
She's into double-digit scoring now with 10. Just over 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. IPFW up 50-42. IPFW is developing a bad habit here this season by getting leads and then losing them.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a yo-yo.
I think that's number 4 on Jenny, just back into the game.
Jill Burness has become a very active player inside.
I think she's finally figured out how to get open there with the post players fronting her. She needs to get them pushed out a little bit off the blocks, and then that allows her to get the lob pass inside. Tara Mazzillo back in the game for Jenny, who sits down with her 4th foul. That'll hurt IPFW.
Jill Burness cans the first one. Jill's a 6'1" sophomore from Corrales, New Mexico. How do you suppose she likes this winterland up here in Fort Wayne, Indiana?
I wouldn't guess she think much of it.
Probably not her preference, huh? She hits them both.
I was out in New Mexico later last year. It's a very nice state.
Yeah, it really is. Nice climate.
Very nice. Wendy probably should have just put that ball up.
Yeah, she was close enough. She could put up the 8-foot jumper. Thought she could dump it off for a layup.
As soon as she let it go, she knew she should have shot.
She'd like to have had that on a rubber band.
Good job by Tara there. It's kind of a forced up shot, but she knew she was going to draw the foul.
And she got in good position to receive the ball and go right straight up with it.
That's her second, team 7.
IPFW back on the line. They've enjoyed a lot of success there this evening.
Yes, they have.
Tara gets another one to fall. Little technical difficulty there, folks. We apologize. We'll get it.
But we did get both free throws. Back to an 8-point lead, 52-44. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left in this basketball game.
Kentucky Wesleyan got a lot of action going on down at the offensive end, a lot of picks.
And
I noticed
once again, they kind of lock into a tipped pass, happens to fall right in their hands, but they take advantage of it. 52-46. Lindy Jones posted up, got the ball from Wendy, back to Wendy. They're only getting one chance at the basket here lately, Nancy, and they need to get in and get some putbacks.
Kentucky Wesleyan did a much better job boxing out, but also I don't believe IPFW is crashing the boards like they were in the first half.
Yeah, you're right.
Another inside basket by Jill Burness.
Tara Muzzillo, a little bit of a handicap. She's loaded with fouls. Didn't feel like she could put the hammer on that time, and it's a 4-point lead.
Coach Pam Bowden calls a timeout here to try to gather the troops together. IPFW saw a 12-point lead slip away. Now it's down to 4, with 7 minutes and 19 seconds left.
Yeah, and that's not good news. So they need to make good use of this next possession. You too can join in the excitement of IPFW athletics by participating in the Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Club is the official booster club for IPFW athletic teams. Members enjoy priority seating at all IPFW sports events, food and refreshments in the hospitality room, admission to the IPFW sports media luncheons, and association with other Mastodon supporters, just to name a few benefits. For information on becoming a member of the Royal Dons Club, call Jan Walco at 481-6642. or write to the Royal Dons Club, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, with a zip code of 46805. Well, Nancy, we need a rip-roaring 7 minutes and 19 seconds of action here by the Dons to take that 4-point lead and keep stretching it up.
And after the rip-roaring timeout there by Coach Pam Bowden, I wouldn't be surprised to see IPFW coming out with a new and improved attitude here.
See a little something happen?
Yeah.
Kentucky Wesleyan did back out of that press. Maybe they figured they got all they were going to get out of it.
Great
nice
move there by Tara.
Yeah.
That's a good way to start it off.
They put the 2 points on the wrong side of the board. The scoreboard says 52-50, and it's really 54-48. I hope somebody catches that soon. And now the 50 is right. Now they've got it tied, and that's not correct. It's a 4-point lead. 56, 52, 50, 54, 50, I'm sorry. Travel, you can't grab the ball and move. Slide on the floor.
Good drive there by Kentucky Wesleyan. Fortunately for IPFW, the ball didn't drop.
Scoreboard is finally corrected, 54-52, or 54-50. I'll get it right in a minute.
IPFW doing a little standing around here. They need to keep moving. Nice pass. Good bucket by Jenny. Again, when IPFW is patient on the offensive end, they usually can find a pretty nice bucket inside or draw the foul.
And when they get a 3 or 4 pass offense going, things begin to open up for them.
IPFW's in the bonus now.
And it's under 6 minutes to play. Tara Muzzillo alertly that time stepped into the passing lane, got a tie up. Ultimate possession goes to Kentucky Wesleyan.
Inbounding the ball into their own basket. Number 45, Jill Burness, just misses.
Yeah, she helped us by not cashing in on that bucket that time. Good decision by Leah Sheets that time. Bring it back out. It wasn't a clear path to the basket. Jenny Newhart with short jumper. 2 baskets in a row by Jenny.
She's been kind of quiet the second half here. It's good to see her getting back in the flow of the game.
They've needed baskets very badly the last couple of times, and they pushed that 4-point lead back up to 8. Now maybe, stays at 8. Jenny got the rebound clearly that time, but wasn't too alert by looking around and got tied up, but IPFW retains the possession.
Substitution for Kentucky Wesleyan. Number 10, Heather Mercer enters the game.
Leah Sheets got off to a good start here in the second half. She's kind of cooled down a little bit, so I look to see her get the ball a little bit more and maybe put up a couple shots.
And down at the end of the Kentucky Wesleyan bench, Kim Bond, who had the bloody nose problem early, has not been able to get that under control so that she can get back into the action.
Offensive foul there called on Lindy Jones. She's driving the baseline.
That's IPFW's 6th team foul, so both teams will now be into the bonus on their next possessions.
I think that was kind of a questionable call there.
Yeah.
I think the Kentucky Wesleyan girl was still moving a little bit, trying to get that baseline cut off.
Seen a lot more contact than that tonight go unnoticed.
Leah Sheets just got nailed on a pick there. No call.
Yes, she did. But she fought her way through it and got back to her man so that there wasn't that wide open shot from the outside. And she's guarding Paige Carey, number 50, who's a good at 3-point shooter.
That right there was the difference between the first half and the second half. The first half we had that help side defense. Early in the second half here we didn't, and it's IPFW is going to have to pick up that help side defense.
Lindy Jones with a 2-point jump shot. The lead's back to 10, Nancy, so that's a little better, but there's still a lot of time left, 4 minutes and 10 seconds, so anything can happen.
We'll be right back for more action from IPFW. And we're back. IPFW leading Kentucky Wesleyan by the score of 60-50 with just over 4 minutes to go. Both teams in the 1-1.
And IPFW continues to shoot very well. Over 500 from the field, and that's a tough assignment.
Yeah, they're doing even better from the free throw line.
I'd say they're doing better.
18 for 18. A turnover. Kentucky Wesleyan, Leah Sheets comes up with a steal.
And IPFW gives it right back. Good hustle by Leah Sheets. She did not give her an uncontested layup.
That was a good foul on Leah's part. Made sure prevented the basket, 3-point play.
She'll send Heather Mercer to the line, and if Heather's going to score, she's going to have to get it from the free throw line.
Leah's third foul. First one's good.
Heather's a 5'7" sophomore out of Hardingsburg, Kentucky.
And the second one's
she gets
good.
them both.
3 minutes, 46 seconds to play in the game. Number 14, Wendy Recker, bringing the ball up for IPFW in traffic. Loses the handle there a little bit.
Well, we'll see. Whose possession this time? Kentucky Wesleyan? And IPFW needs to pick up the intensity on the defense again and not give Wesleyan an easy opportunity to score. If they're going to score, make them earn it.
In the first half, they sure did. Three-pointer on the way by Kentucky Wesleyan. One of the few misses here tonight.
And Jenny Newhart that time did a nice job. When she rebounded the ball, she quickly passed it out to somebody on the outside. Nice drive by Lindy Jones.
That's a good point, Dave, too, because we've had a lot of tie-ups, a lot of jump balls this evening. And the sooner you get it and get rid of it, the less likely you are going to get tied up, particularly underneath after a rebound. Everybody's fighting for it. Everybody's there.
Yeah, get rid of that thing so that nobody can grab it. Jenny that time did a nice job stepping into the passing lane and knocking the ball out of bounds.
Might have a close to a 5-second call there. Good dish off to Mercer for two.
62-54. 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
There's no 10-second rule in women's basketball.
No, you can take as long as you want to get it across. You just can't go over and back.
Jenny kind of forced one up there. I think she was trying to draw the foul. Kentucky Wesleyan, excuse me, for pushing the ball down and score.
Here they come again.
Number 12, Sarah Vickery.
And Pam Bowden says, timeout. Come on, gang. We got to stop that. She does not have a happy look on her face.
No, IPFW again is not playing at the level of intensity they were in the first half. They're kind of a little bit streaky here in the second half, and I think it's been kind of the character of this young IPFW team this year to do that.
And as we had indicated early before the game, Kentucky Wesleyan is a very similar team. They just don't have quite as many players. They've got young players, so they're a little bit up and down.
These teams really do match up, reasonably well. Height-wise, and
yeah, they both have a couple of 6-footers.
And they're both very young teams, relatively young coaches, new to the GLVC scene.
Well, we've got 2 minutes and 17 seconds, and it's a 6-point lead for the Lady Dions, and it's an opportunity for them now to take care of the basketball. They don't have to score a whole lot more to be able to win this game, but they've got to be able to hang on to the ball and not give up easy shots.
That's the key too, and they need to be able to hang on the ball and not have any turnovers. Just be patient, work the ball around. When they've done that, they've either got a nice bucket, a nice look at the basket, or have drawn a foul and have been sinking the free throws quite well this evening. Here, Recker should just bring it out, set the offense. Like she's fouled there a little bit.
Yeah, she was pushed.
Nice pass
Nice
inside.
look inside. And then again, Jenny, once she got the ball, didn't really turn and square up to the basket. just kind of tossed it toward the basket, but drew the foul. Has an opportunity now to shoot 2 free throws.
I'm really impressed with Tara Mazzillo. She's doing it all tonight.
Yeah.
It's an excellent pass. You know,
she sees the open player.
She's got my move. And Jenny with the second free throw.
Yeah, I can go with that.
IPFW picking up their intensity a little bit. Up.
IPFW got a break there because the little short jumper wouldn't fall. Lindy Jones got the rebound, came out fast, and drew the foul.
Foul on number 50, Paige Carey, her third foul. Again, IPFW's in the 1-and-1. Put Lindy Jones on the line. Just spins out.
Lindy with her first miss of the night. She was 8 for 8 going into that shot.
I believe the first night for the entire team, or the first miss tonight.
Jenny missed one just before that, and then she got 1 for 2. So they've missed a couple now. But a minute 30.
Three-pointer on the way by Kentucky. Oh, just out of the basket. Good board by Mercer. Back up.
And battling for the ball, Jenny Newhart knocks the ball out of bounds. So Kentucky Wesleyan will retain possession, trailing by 7 points and a minute 23 to go. 27 on the shot clock.
A little lob pass there.
Good contesting the shot by...
Good play by Leah to go ahead and take it up. She felt the defender on her shoulder and knew that she had her beat and was likely to draw the foul on that.
Everything was in her favor. And it'll be a 2-shot foul, so she'll have an opportunity here to not quite the same pressure on that first shot when you're shooting the 1-and-1.
Leah's got 10 points so far this evening.
Played a good sound game. Good defense.
Yeah, she's a good solid player for IPFW. .5'10" freshman.
Opportunity to stretch the lead to 9. And she does. So Kentucky Wesleyan's going to have to come down now and waste very little time getting that ball up to try to score. And IPFW playing the good defense. They know that the Lady Panthers don't have much time, so they can put a lot of good pressure on.
Probably see some three-point attempts here on Kentucky Wesleyan's side. Minute 7, there's still a lot of time left, particularly when you have a 3-point shot.
Yeah. Or when you're active inside and get the 2-point shot and get fouled, while you can score 3 a lot of ways.
Mercer with a 3, it's going to be short. Jenny Newhart with a rebound. Out to Recker. Recker bringing it down the floor. Draws the foul.
A little bit of desperation setting in now with 47 seconds for Kentucky Wesleyan. They really played hard and stayed in the game. Could never quite get up to where it was an even game and an opportunity for them to win. But they stayed close.
They did. They fought back really hard in the second half. I think, the first half, just being, on somebody else's floor, it's hard to kind of get the pace and get into the game. And they were able to do that in the second half.
Wendy Recker's going to go to the line.
Wendy with 10 points this evening. Just
nice
short.
Rebound by Leah Sheets. And in the scramble, she scoots it out of bounds. 45 seconds exactly.
Wesleyan not really pushing the ball to the floor.
Going to be a nice win for the Lady Dons. They've struggled a bit in the last 3 or 4 weeks, but this will give them 2 wins in a row, and that's always a nice way to get back on track.
Yeah. Fouls like this will make a coach lose sleep at night.
Yeah.
No good reason for that foul there by IPFW.
Especially not with a few seconds to go. Keep the clock running and you go home a winner.
Anytime a team can score with no time coming off the clock, I mean, that's what you have to do.
Number 45, Jill Burnett.
Jill Burness played a good ball game. Again, a little scuffling for the ball underneath the basket. Kentucky Wesleyan knocks it out. IPFW will be on the attack.
30 seconds to go. Long bomb.
Good hustle by Leah Sheets to get down and control that ball.
Very good
and
hustle.
She was fouled.
It's like Super Bowl Sunday out here.
Yeah, that was a TD pass right there.
Personal foul on number 24, Carrie Moore.
And fifth foul, I think, on number 24, Carrie Moore. Or maybe she just, yeah, it is fifth foul.
Number 43, Leah Sheets.
So the troops are really thin for Kentucky Wesleyan, but so's the shot, so's the clock. Leah Sheets with another free throw.
They really hung in here this evening, though, with such a short bench there, 3 players on the bench, and then losing one to injury. So they've really hung in there well and played a tough game.
But IPFW actually did a nice job, too, because every time it began to get a little close, they tightened the belts a little bit, went right to work, and pushed that lead back up.
Yep, they did what they had to do.
That's right. We now have a 9-point lead.
3-pointer on the way there, short. Leah Sheets with a rebound.
Whoa, she just got tackled at midcourt.
Oh, she gets called for the travel.
Okay, let the clock run.
Yeah. I don't think we should have to put a turnover down in our stats for that.
No turnover. Well, yeah, we'll put that down for the stripes.
Yeah. Good help defense there. Leah gets a steal right back, so that'll help her.
So the Mastodons come away a 67-58 winner. Excellent free throw shooting for the Dons tonight. Don't know exactly the final stats on that, but they must have hit something, maybe 22 out of 25. You got it.
Right.
There you see the final score, 67 IPFW, 58 Kentucky Wesleyan. And this will give the Dons a chance to move up one more point, or one more place in the GLVC, with Kentucky Wesleyan's record now falling to 2-6, IPFW 3-5.
We'll be right back for more GLVC basketball action right after these brief messages.
First-year IPFW women's basketball coach Pam Bowden is enjoying a fine preseason after coming to IPFW from the University of Alaska Anchorage. She has inherited a club which returns no seniors but still enjoys one of the top ratings in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. We want you to tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 to find out more information about the IPFW women's basketball team all season long.
Check it out!
The campus has it all.
Learn it, work it, play it, just do it. It's a cool place. Call now! Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
In our ever-expanding world, we need a reliable source, one that addresses important aspects of our daily lives and provides us with useful information. Health and Home Report is that source, with stories on how to get the most for your money, where to go for a great vacation, hot fashion tips, what's happening in the world of arts and entertainment, and the latest medical breakthroughs. Health and Home Report provides a world of information.
The college basketball season is underway for 1994-95, and the Great Lakes Valley Conference has been rated by some as the toughest of the NCAA Division II conferences. Join Coach Andy Piazza and me, Matt DeLong, to get a closer look at the IPFW team and this year's competition.
Horniball.
And I'm Tim Heffron. Watch us every Friday evening at 7 p.m. for IPFW Volleyball highlights.
We'll also describe strategies and fundamentals for all you new volleyball fans.
We may even invite a Volleydon or two to join us on the show, so tune in to us every Friday night at 7 p.m. here on Channel 6.
We at IPFW are pleased to be able to bring you cablecasts of NCAA athletic competition. We hope you've enjoyed the show and the excitement of intercollegiate sports from IPFW. To provide such programs, we need your support. With the help of many volunteers, we are able to produce these programs at a relatively low cost. Your contribution will help defray the production costs not covered by the Channel 6 budget. The College Cable Access Center invites you to invest in the quality college programming by sending your contribution to the following: Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, with a zip code of 46805. Please make your check out to the Indiana-Purdue Foundation at Fort Wayne and designate it for College Cable Access Athletics. We now invite you to join us down on the floor as Nancy Townsend interviews our Dandy Don of the game.
Hi, I'm Nancy Townsend. I'm here with Dandy Don, Tara Mazzillo. Tara, you guys got off to a pretty good start tonight. The first half, you were able to keep a good lead. What do you think caused that?
Mainly our defense. We've been working on our defense an awful lot during practice. We had to pick that up, and our offense is there, so put them together and we'll do all right.
It got a little rough down there underneath, it looked like. I saw you pushing a lot.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to that, though.
In the second half, though, it seemed like we kind of lost a little bit of our intensity there at the beginning of the second half. But we were able to stay ahead and stay in the game, and as Kentucky Wesleyan fought back, what did the coach say at halftime?
She just told us to keep up the intensity and not give up on our defense, which we kind of let down in the second half, and she had to call timeout and get us back into the flow of things, but everything worked out all right.
So how do you like playing here at IPFW?
Oh, I love it. It's great.
You had a very good game tonight, all-around player. You did a lot of good passing and rebounding and shooting. What do you think is the strongest part of your game?
Well, that's a hard one. I'd say my passing. I really like to pass a lot, so I work on that a lot.
Okay, well, congratulations to you, and it's a good game tonight, and I'll send it back up to Dave.
It's copyrighted and the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, retransmission, rebroadcast, or other use of this event without expressed written consent is strictly prohibited. Don't forget to tune in to Channel 6 tomorrow evening at 7:30 to see the MIVA volleyball action as the Panthers from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee take on the IPFW Volleydons. And we invite you for the second game a little later this evening as the men from Kentucky Wesleyan take on the men's basketball team of IPFW. For Nancy Townsend, this is Dave Skelton. Goodbye for now.